A stunning special guest appearance at the Trump trial. Robert De Niro showed up, sparking chaos. Why come down?
Why come down is a good question. I had to come down. Look what's going on. Look what's going on. You have to speak out.
He slammed the former president just as closing arguments were getting underway.
If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted.
De Niro's remarks enraged the Trump supporters gathered here outside court. They surrounded him as he was leaving, but De Niro did not back down from what turned into a very heated war of words.
You're nobody! You're trash! De Niro! You think by yelling and intimidating, you're not going to intimidate. That's what Trump does to Trump. Intimidate. We are going to fight back.
You're washed up.
You're washed up. We're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats. You are gangsters. You are gangsters.
Meanwhile, the Trump family showed up in force today, with Tiffany Trump joining Don Jr., Eric, and Eric's wife, Laura. Tiffany flashed a smile at Dad as he led everyone into the courtroom, where they sat right behind him in the front row. The defense team's closing argument came first, with Trump's attorney blasting the prosecution's star witness, Michael Cohen. He's literally like the MVP of liars, Todd Blanche told the jury.
Cohen lied to you.
Michael Cohen is the GOAT, Blanche said, the greatest liar of all time.
I think Todd Blanche did a better job today in the closing argument than he's done the entire time. He was very organized, everything was sequential. His main theme was Michael Cohen is a liar, you cannot believe him. And I think the jury really was listening.
After lunch, it was the prosecutor's turn. He reminded the jurors that the trial isn't about Michael Cohen, it's about Donald Trump. He said Trump chose Cohen to be his fixer because he was a good liar. He was willing to lie and cheat on Mr. Trump's behalf.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The video clip I just showed you was a short one by Inside Edition of what happened today at the courthouse, outside the courthouse in New York, Donald Trump's court case, where Robert De Niro now is the new, how can I say, the new bootlicker for the leftist regime that's taken over our country. In my opinion, I just think that as a celebrity, he just needs to shut up. I used to be a very big De Niro fan, but ever since 2016, when he started his rants against Trump, I basically just started watching a lot less of a lot of these people in Hollywood, their content, because it was like you didn't have a problem before until you fed into the leftist call, okay, of supposed democracy. But it's all bullshit. They know it. Robert De Niro, he's all washed up. You know, you heard him there say that you guys are gangsters and all this shit. It's like, dude, you know, you out of all people, you know, should talk, okay, with all the filth that you spewed, even to the point of supposedly calling Trump supporters today lowlived. I don't know if that's 100% correct. I got to look into that. But if he did, I mean, it just shows the way the left does things. And then him over here screaming, saying, oh, you people try to intimidate, you attack. Really? You mean the way Maxine Waters was telling, you know, Biden supporters and leftists to get into people's faces and disrupt everything? You mean like that? The ones that, you know, is that the kind of intimidation you're talking about? Or the fact that you think that you hold some kind of weight coming into New York, into your Tribeca, you know, which you only designed for the rich and shameless. You didn't do it, okay, for the everyday person, okay? And I know for a fact, because I did a lot of side work in Tribeca, helping out a lot of these rich people, for lack of a better term, when they needed renovations done in their, you know, their studio apartments and stuff like that, where they were basically taking over whole floors and renovating them. But you know, that's the elite. That's what they do. Okay. But before I dive into this anymore, because there's another video, the actual video of him talking before he started going to his car and people started throwing at him. I'll play that video in its entirety so you guys can watch what kind of a moron this man is, and the way he's fanning the flames of racism, in my opinion. Okay, and that's what he's good for. Okay, thinking he's doing the right thing, that he's so damn self-pious, but he's not. But I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, and I haven't got back to the messages that people have left me since last week. My last video that I put out, it's been really hard for me this past week because of my dog dying, and you know, the heaviness that I feel. A lot of people may think, oh, you know, it's just a dog. It's not like that, okay? And there's a lot more behind it. So it's been very hard on me. Like I said in my last video, you know, my best friend, she passed away last year, and when I got that dog, okay, 11 years ago, I mean, she basically helped me raise that dog. So it was like another part of her is gone, you know, so it really weighs heavy on me. But I know that I have an obligation to keep putting out content, so I'm going to try my best to deal with this. And I want to thank, again, everybody sending me messages and stuff. I'll reply back to the messages. Thank you so much. You guys are great here on YouTube and on Rumble, and I truly appreciate everything you guys do, and for sticking with me and by the channel. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump in to the next video of the speech, I guess, Robert De Niro, the Biden administration sent him to say, and how convenient for him to do it right outside the courthouse, knowing that Trump's, you know, on trial. But without further ado, let's continue.
Thank you. I mean, this is really, even these people over here are it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy, and this thing, Donald Trump has created this. He should be telling them not to do this, but he's just, he wants to sow total, he wants to sow total chaos, which he's succeeding in some areas and places to do. Anyway, beside all that, this is my neighborhood, downtown New York City. I grew up here and feel at home in these streets. I feel comfortable. The Twin Towers fell just over here, just over there. This part of the city was like a ghost town. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists to change our way of life. And we started the Tribeca Festival to bring people back. I love this city. I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
Okay, I know it's only a minute in so far. You know, I mean, you got to. It's still about 9 minutes ago. You got to listen to what he says. He basically is just putting bullshit together. Okay, he's saying that Trump wants to destroy New York City. Sorry, Robert. It looks like the Democrats are doing a good job with that already. He's saying that he wants to destroy the country. And once again, looks like the leftists are doing a good job with that. Then he says eventually he wants to destroy the world. No, sorry, but everything that's going on, not only here in the in the United States, but abroad, it's obvious as day that the leftists around the world are doing a good job trying to destroy their own countries. But you know, it kills me the way this man could come out. He wants to be a mouthpiece, okay, for Biden and his regime, for the leftist regime. I have many questions. If I could sit in front of Robert De Niro, I have many questions. Like one of them is, where are you speaking out against all the sexualization of children in Hollywood? Where are you on that? Okay, let me see. Where are you on the fact that so many illegals are flooding the country, that even in California, illegals are committing horrible crimes? Where's your stance on that? Again, you won't hear these celebrities talk about anything like that, because all they want is the agenda the left wants. They're part of the elite. They make the money. They come up with the lies in Hollywood. They put it all together. They put the movies out, or the music, or whatever the case is, and then they want everybody, to play along with it as if, they're the ones with the fiddle, okay? And everybody else is just, falling in line, just following the fiddler, okay? Robert De Niro has said some disgusting stuff that if you listen to the mainstream media and say, you know what, the mainstream media is being paid to say that, okay? But when celebrities are regurgitating it, repeating it, and making it sound even worse than what the mainstream media is saying, it makes you wonder who got to him. And just for a quick side note, these two lying goons right here were the ones at J6, okay? It's funny how they go and send Robert De Niro, okay, with this bullshit speech that he's gonna, he's spewing out, and then have these two lying goons, okay, standing right behind him. This is the way I see it. And no offense, because anybody that truly goes out there to protect people and do their jobs, but do you actually think these two men right here put fear into anybody to stand behind Robert De Niro as if, what are you two, the token henchmen, the token guards? I mean, you blatantly lied to the American people, okay? You made it seem, and you also pandered to what Nancy Pelosi was trying to push, which was total bullshit at what happened at the Capitol. And you're going to stand there and think that people are going to look at you with respect? I think not, but let's continue.
But we vowed we would not allow terrorists. I owe this city a lot. And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city.
Your city.
I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself, to fool the press into inflating his net worth. A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns.
Got that right, they'll let you in.
We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city, it's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that. Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes him or took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course. But around the country, people who didn't know him as we did started to support him. They bought into his bullshit.
You mean the bullshit like when, Joe Biden told Charlemagne that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black? You mean that kind of bullshit? I don't know. I haven't heard Trump say something like that. But once again, here we go. Another leftist show from Hollywood that's going to go and try to convince people that, oh, you don't know what you're thinking, okay? You're not making the right choices. Okay, you're voting for the wrong person. But if that's the case, why not let the chips fall where they may? Why all the pushback? Why go into New York and come out with this talking point as if you're even relevant anymore? Okay, you may be relevant to, like, you know, the elite in Hollywood because, I mean, you all have dirt on each other, but in, like, real society, Robert De Niro, you're nothing. You're irrelevant to the people. Okay, you give nothing back to society. Okay, then just movies or whatever it is. And this coming from a man, okay, and I'll throw it in real quick. I think the name of the movie was Stardust or something like that, where he played a pirate. Okay, but in the movie, and this movie was made for kids, exclusively for kids, but in the movie, he was a cross-dressing pirate. Okay, dressing in drag, in the sneak, in a kid's movie. So he's going to stand it and make it seem as if Trump is a certain kind of way. But has he looked in the mirror lately? Has he looked at what he has contributed to society, which is absolutely nothing? But let's continue.
Trump bought their votes with outrageous lies and empty promises. He got the most religious evangelicals to applaud a sinner.
A sinner,
who
yeah.
bragged about sexual assault.
Really?
And just a couple of blocks from here, a jury found him liable for sexual abuse.
Keep pushing the narrative. Keep feeding that beast.
Somehow, he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution. And on January 6th...
Now, you know what? Robert De Niro, he can go eat a bucket of horse shit, okay? He says self-styled patriots. Why? Because the patriots of this country that want normalcy back don't live up to your standards? Is that what it is? I mean, look at in the movie Pulp Fiction. If anybody's watched that movie, what exactly did he do in that movie that was great? Oh, that's right. Who was it? Uma Thurman or something like that in the movie? I forgot which one it was, or one of the other girls. That he basically pulled out a gun, shot her in the stomach a couple of times and killed her in one of the scenes of the movie. Oh yeah, that you know, that's something that people need more of, according to De Niro's, you know, standards, because wanting crime lower down in this country like Donald Trump wants, that's not good. You know, he's going to bring the country down. He's going to bring the city down, the country, and the world for wanting people to be safe while you portray a sadistic murderer in Hollywood, and not just once, quite a few times. Lest anybody forget Counselor. Remember that? But let's continue.
Rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad.
Yeah, good luck.
Because it shows the violence of Trump and reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his megalomania and greed. But
I'd like to know what violence he's talking about. Once again, they keep pushing this narrative, especially with January 6th, that he started that so-called insurrection. When the proof is coming out more and more, okay, then Nancy Pelosi, the rhinos, and everybody on the left are the ones that perpetrated that whole fiasco. Especially these two guys back here. But let's continue.
Violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself? Or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside? No way. He doesn't get blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him.
All lies, all bullshit.
By making a suggestion.
First of all, once again, De Niro talking out his ass, because whenever there's anything, okay, that they find, that they feel that is a threat to the president, they will always take the president and certain members and put him in this so-called bunker that he's talking about. Okay? But here he goes, trying to spin things around, trying to make it seem like, you know what, and once again, he said he has blood on his hands. I'll just say it for like, God knows how many times already. The only people that got killed, okay, during the Capitol I should say at the Capitol, okay, was a woman that got shot in the face by a security guard. I believe it was this security guard right here. I may be wrong, but that's what happened. I may be wrong on the security guard, but that's what happened. Let's continue.
An inference. And his gang grovels and follows his obvious order. It's no surprise that the murder rate and other violent crimes peaked under Trump and are falling under Biden.
Once again, bullshit. Okay, the violence rose under Trump. It wasn't because people were out there rioting because he was president, being happy about it. It was because you leftists were out there rioting because he won the presidency, and that was no good for your agenda. Lest we forget, once again, the so-called Summer of Love, where 25 people were killed by people on the left. Okay? But then he's going to come out and say that right now under Biden, crime has gone down. When all the statistics show, even coming from the mainstream media, no, crime is up. On every level. Be it drugs, be it murder, be it rape, be it gang assaults, no matter what, it is up. Especially with a large percentage of illegals coming in, unvetted, that are committing these crimes. But he's going to come, once again, calling Trump a liar, but he's lying himself. Let's continue.
And now he's promising to use our own military to attack U.S. citizens.
When the fuck did he say that?
That's the tyrant.
If he is talking about using the military to go in when he becomes president to start rounding up the illegals, they're not citizens. Because that's the only thing I could think of that he's talking about. Okay? Because why else will Trump make a statement like that? Who exactly is he going to go after? You mean the way Biden hired 75,000 IRS agents that are going after, I don't know, simple, hard-working, tax-paying Americans? See, those are facts. Well, let's continue.
That's the tyrant he's telling us he'll be. And believe me, he means it. When Trump ran in 2016, it was like this buffoon running for president. No, it never could happen. We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all. We don't want to wake up after the election saying, what, again? My God, what the hell have we done? We can't have that happen again. Yesterday was Memorial Day. It's a good time to reflect on how Americans fought and died so that we may enjoy the freedoms guaranteed to us by a democratic government.
Okay.
A government that, as President Lincoln said, of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth.
If you mean the leftist regime government, yeah, let it perish from the earth. Let it perish. All it does is enslave people, get people killed. Okay? If that's the kind of government you're talking about that will perish if Trump becomes president, good. It should be a worldwide thing. All these leftist regimes should fall, should be toppled. Well, let's continue.
I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave.
He will never
leave.
Yeah, okay.
You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean?
It means you're an idiot.
Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life? I hope this new ad campaign reaches outside the bubble to remind supporters of what a danger he is to our lives. This is not a threat. This is a reality. And that's why I've joined the Biden-Harris campaign, because the only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president. Really. We don't have a choice.
All right. It's only about 2 minutes left, but I tell you, if he thinks by him doing this is going to help the Democrats win, once again, what they're not understanding, and it's not that they're not understanding, they're just trying to push it. People on the left are fed up with the bullshit. That is one of the components that is making Trump stronger, that is making the Republican Party stronger, that are making patriots come together from both sides saying, you know what, we don't want the leftist Democratic Party anymore. We want it just gone because of the chaos that they keep implementing, not just here in the States, but all around the world. And if he thinks that, I'm going to jump in like, with a cape on and try to help out Biden and Harris, there is nothing this man could do to help them. Okay? Because they have done nothing to help the American people. So no matter what they try to piece together, you're not going to get back the people that are fed up with your shit and are leaving. But let's continue.
On January 6th, while Republican lawmakers despicably tried to keep the loser Trump, in the White House, and Trump-inspired insurrectionists stormed the Capitol, brave men and women from law enforcement put their lives on the line to defend this country, our democracy. They are the true heroes. These guys are the true heroes.
Bunch of lies.
They stood
bullshit
and put their lives on the line for these lowlives, for Trump.
Well, now I just heard it. Okay? What he said they put their lives on the line for these lowlives and for Trump. Really? Once again, coming from a man who did a movie for kids of a pirate, okay? A cross-dressing transvestite pirate. And you have the nerve to call people that support Trump lowlives. Wow.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath. Who lied under oath? What are you telling me?
Those two traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those two traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
They're traitors.
They're traitors.
Yep.
I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend.
Because you're an idiot.
I don't even know how to deal with you.
And it's true, these two men right here, they are traitors, and they did lie under oath. Okay, as a matter of fact, there's video going around when they who was it? Kevin McCarthy, when he let out all the video footage and all that, and pictures and stuff like that over to Tucker Carlson. This guy right here, okay, they're saying that it's not him, but it's plain as day. It looks exactly like him, dressed up as a Trump supporter inside the Capitol. Okay, and then all of a sudden, later on, he supposedly is outside in police uniform. Okay, this man lied under oath. When they show him on video, he's saying that he was all beat up. When they show him walking around the hallways, after the fact, he said on the timeline that he got beat up. It's all bullshit. They lied under oath. And they're being protected only because Biden became president. That's it. And they're all scared because when Trump becomes president, all these people are going to have their asses hauled back into court, back in front of the committee, and the books are going to be opened. And then what's this schmuck right here going to say about that? The same thing. He's not going to be able to say anything. He can't say nothing now about it. Okay? You just heard him. Because it's a lie. You can't come up with anything else but lies. But let's finish this off.
They stood there. They didn't have to. And there were other ones in there who probably were in with them a little bit too, and they found a way to get around. Not these guys. They stood there and fought for us, for you,
Nope, sorry.
for you.
Nope, sorry.
No, they fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand right here now.
Nah, don't fucking think so.
They are the true heroes. I'm honored to be with these two heroes today, from former Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn and former Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone.
Yeah, well, that's it. Only 2 seconds left, but it's all bullshit, people. I just thought I'd show you the video, put my 2 cents into it. You know, it doesn't surprise me. My thing is, who's going to be next after Robert De Niro to try to get people back? You can't. You're losing ground on so many levels, and the last thing people want is anybody from Hollywood becoming your mouthpiece, because you're taking a group of people, which are the rich and elite from Hollywood, okay, to try to talk to other people who don't have it as good. And especially, they don't have it as good under this regime. So the last thing they're going to do is listen to anybody from the left, whether it's from Hollywood, whether it's from Congress. They don't want to listen to anybody. You had your chance. You blew it. And now you're going to go and come and make this campaign speech, which was a load of shit. Bring it down to Manhattan, knowing that Trump's in court, to do what? To just lie to the people more. That's why in the first video I showed you, you see people going at him, screaming at him, attacking him, cursing at him. What Robert De Niro just did, he just put a giant target on his back in New York. He will be vilified for a very long time because of this. But he doesn't care. He's got the money. He doesn't have to stay in New York. He'll just keep his happy ass in Hollywood like the rest of them. Okay? And now he's going to, have Biden and Kamala in front of him, backing him up, protecting him. Whoopity-doo. It's ridiculous. But we'll see, because Trump's support and the support for this country, okay, and for its freedoms, okay, for this republic, is growing day after day. And it's not just growing here. There are patriots all around the world that are doing the same in their countries. They are fighting back against the leftist regime. And it doesn't matter what's being thrown at them, they're not giving up. We're not giving up. And that's just the way it's going to be. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal and my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. And once again, I want to thank everyone for sticking by me, and thank you for the heartfelt words of what I've been dealing with. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the children, and keep praying for this country. Peace.